What's going on, you guys? Welcome to another video. EB Crypto, Eric Brent, Family Cash Machine, Follow the Money. And you guys know that we are a group of individuals in the Family Cash Machine that we teach people how to independently control their own investments, whether it be, Forex, whether it be crypto. Our main focus is crypto, long-term investments, not this quick jump in and jump out. And we also teach people about corporations, trust funds, different type of trust funds, annuities, things of that nature, and how to create income, one or two, three streams of day income where you're getting daily income. These are the type of things we teach, but mainly the focus is on generational wealth. How do you start creating that? But at some point, you have to learn the laws of money. You have to learn the laws of finance. You have to learn the laws of investing, and you have to become an entrepreneur in your mindset. So we're going to go ahead and start this video, which I'm going to talk about the five major laws of money. Now, mind you, there's a lot of different laws. As you get more elevated in your understanding of money and currency and wealth and assets and all this different stuff, you start expanding that. But right now, we're just going to talk about five basic laws of money that I want to share with you guys. And it's five basic ones. And the main one is that money is a scarcity. Now, scarcity in the sense of not that it is not enough of it. It started off that way. It started off as something that wasn't a lot of it because it used to be backed by gold. We don't have that anymore. Money is not backed by gold. So therefore, it's not really a scarcity in that sense. Okay. Now, it may be a scarcity in your pocket. You may have a limited amount of money, or you may have a limited amount of access to so much money. I mean, some of us got jobs. Some of us have businesses where, we might have a certain amount of income a month coming in with that particular business. We might have to spend more money to make more money if we have a business. So it's money, I guess, in that sense, is a scarcity. And being that it is a scarcity, not saying it's a limited supply, because we're living in a day to day where they're just printing money. And they took the money off of gold back in 1971. And just recently we had the stimulus package back in the 2008. We had a stimulus package. And with that stimulus package, that really was the printing of more money. And then we had this COVID thing where they had more stimulus packages and government programs and all type of relief plans, increase the unemployment, all this different stuff was just the printing of more money to relieve all of this. Now we're entering into another situation where there's a bunch of bank failures. Started with the Simi Valley Bank, and then the First Republican Bank and the Signature Bank. All these banks that are pretty much kind of like on the verge of shutting down. The government is getting ready to bail them out. There's over 186 banks. 186 banks on the verge of collapse. So guess what? The Federal Reserve, which is not a part of this government. I always got to say that, even though they got the name federal, it's not a part of the government, just like Federal Express is a private company. Federal Reserve is a private company that loans money to the government. So the Federal Reserve is getting ready to print more money to bail out all these banks. Okay? So this is not even the third stimulus. It was another stimulus when you had the bank repos. That was kind of quietly done. That was really a stimulus when the Federal Reserve bailed out all those banks during the bank repo period. That was another stimulus. So with all of these printing of money, money is becoming less and less scarce, which is making the price of the dollar go down and down and down, which is the thing that you call inflation. That's why it's costing you guys more and more money to do the same thing. So the number one law of money is scarcity. Like I said, it may not be a situation where there's a scarcity of it in the mainstream. Like I said, they're printing more money, so that's adding more base cash to the amount of cash out there. But there may be a scarcity of availability for certain people because all of us don't just have a whole bunch of money, of course. So the scarcity part could be individualized. And this law of scarcity suggests that you should use your money wisely and make wise investments to get the most value out of your money, which is something we're going to talk about in a minute. The law of value. This is something we're not taught in school. The law of value. What makes the American dollar more valuable than everything else? It's not backed by gold. It is the fact that the governments and geopolitics and the dominancy of the American government has forced everybody around the world to use the American dollar when it comes to oil, use the American dollar when it comes to gold, and we have stock market, we have bonds, we have US treasuries, all these different things that makes the dollar more usable, and usability creates value. There is no value in that paper. The value that comes is the usability that is forced upon the world to use the American dollar. And as a result, now every currency around the world is anchored to the US dollar. This is what gives the dollar its power, its value. Okay. The value of money depends on the goods and services it can buy. This law suggests that the purchasing power of your money may vary based on inflation, economic changes, and other factors. We talked about that. But again, value. Without value, it's just currency. Without value, it's just paper. So this is the second law of money, the law of value. This is what gives cryptocurrency value. It's not even physical. Bitcoin, you can't even see, but the fact that people use it to transact and to transfer value gives it its value. Wow. That's a whole nother class. We'll teaching that in the family capturing classes about value. And you know, I'm an expert when it comes to value because I'm a licensed commercial and residential real estate appraiser. So I appraise not just properties, I've appraised businesses, I've appraised franchises, I've appraised golf courses. So I know a thing or two about value. Okay. The next law is the law of compounding. We're not taught this in school. The law of money, there's the third law of money is the law of compounding. The power to compound is an important concept. Einstein said one of the most greatest things he discovered was compounding money. So this is why in the family capturing, we're going to be showing you guys how to compound 1-2% a day using bots, using algorithms and indicators, and you know, don't try to, 50,000 a day and all that crazy stuff. It's possible with the right skills. There have some people who've been trading Forex or be trading stocks or whatever, day trading for 5, 6, 7 years. They've mastered that. But how about you just make 1 or 2% a day consistently for years, compounding and compounding. I mean, that can grow into massive amounts of income. So that's the third law, is compounding. Okay. Number 4 is the law of risk and return. This happens in business. In order to make money, you have to be willing to take risk. And in order to make money, you have to be willing to lose, because risk means it's not always going to work. Sometimes you lose, sometimes you win. But sometimes when you lose, you learn and you gain lessons for the next venture. But the law of risk is a law that applies to money. And guess what? The higher the risk, the higher the return. That's why when you guys play the lottery and you win, the return is humongous because the risk is very high. The probability of you winning is astronomical. So to win is very high. And it's the same in business. The higher the risk, the higher the return. But the higher the risk, the higher the probability in losing. This is a law of money. And you have to accept that as a businessman, as an entrepreneur. You have to come into this knowing, hey, if I take small risks, that's why I say, how about you make 1-2% a day? That's a low risk. It's a very low return, but it's a very high probability that you're going to get that 1 or 2% a day. But imagine compounding 1 or 2% a day. That adds up astronomically. And the last is the law of budgeting. Now, this is something that my people got not good. This is something we don't really know. We don't really have this at all, budgeting, because we're so busy trying to impress people. And what's so funny is the people we're trying to impress probably don't even give a damn about us. And the people we're trying to impress are not paying our bills. They're not in any way in a position to really impact our lives. And like I said, a lot of the people you're trying to impress probably don't even like you. So we have this law really messed up. Budgeting. We always spend over our budget because we have things we want, or we have things that we want to impress people with, and we take ourselves out of our budget. So you have to learn how to balance what you want. You have to learn how to balance what you need versus what you want. And you have to learn how to balance your desires, because your desires could be higher than your income. So these is all a part of budgeting. It comes with a lot of discipline. It comes with a lot of practicality. You got to sit down and look at what's coming in a month, what's going out a month. And then from there, you can evaluate your desires and what you want based on what you can actually afford without overspending your budget to a point where you're not in a position to continue to grow your income, to invest, to compound, or these type of things. So that's pretty much what it is. Those are the 5 laws, major laws of money. Now, again, there's many other laws I can go into. These are the 5 basic laws. To master those, to consider these, if you're using these 5 laws, you're pretty much an entrepreneur. You're pretty much a business person. And you could master these, you probably will be very successful. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and sign out. Like and subscribe to our channel. Hit that bell, that notification, so more people can see us, and the algorithms can catch us, and more people can get this information. It's free information. Again, you guys, this is the Family Cash Machine. Follow the money. We do have courses on money, cryptocurrency courses on money. We show you how to invest in this industry and make great investments, control your investments, and nobody can disrupt your investments. And you're totally 100% in control. You don't have to go through this sending your money to the exchanges like the FTX and going through that stuff where people lost their money. No, that's not what we're doing. We're showing you and teaching you not only how to make money, but to be the broker yourself and control everything on your own without all that other madness going on in this industry. This is what we teach. So like and subscribe to our channel, and then we'll see you guys on the next video. Peace.